Hi, so as promised, here are some hip opener exercises. Just start with some gentle rotations, cross-legged, really pulling back and stretching the back body. And as you come forward to open up the hips, you can press down on your knees and get into your shoulders and then go the other way. I'm going to shorten the exercises so you can just pause on any stretches you want to do more of. So from here, rolling forwards, come onto all fours with your knees wide, heels together, and sink back into child's pose. Take a deep breath, fill your belly, sigh it out. You can stay here as long as you need, but a nice hip opener from here is to roll all the way forwards, just keeping your knees on the ground and opening your chest as you inhale. And then exhale, draw your tailbone back. Inhale, lift up, open the chest. Drop the tailbone down and feel that opening. Imagine your upper arms pulling back. And then as you exhale, sinking back and down. From here, you can do a rotation all the way around, just feeling the whole hip joint now, just warming up, lubricating, and go the other way if you haven't already. And then coming onto all fours, now pop your right leg out vertically, set horizontally. We're doing a lateral cat-cow. So first of all, press the outside blade of your foot down and big toe pointing forward, and just do simple cat-cows in this position. As you exhale, round and curl, chin to chest. Inhale, lift up, open up. Exhale, draw belly button to spine, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. And then find your neutral tabletop and peel the big toe up now and your little toe. So now you're really getting into the hamstring more than the adductors. And now you can just play with drawing your whole tailbone back and away from your heel. So your tailbone's going back to the bottom left corner. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Forwards, exhale, sink back, stretch. Drawing that heel towards, your right heel towards your left knee, so you really feel that intense stretch. And just play with this position. There's no right or wrong pose here. It's where your body feels tight and breathing into that resistance. And then dropping that down to strengthen your glutes. You can just try and hover that leg and bring it all the way round. Drop it behind you and then open that front body so your left leg comes behind and you're opening out your whole front body here, stretching the fascia. If you then want to do some glute strengtheners, you can simply lift that leg with your big toe flexed and just do some nice pulses here, really getting into that glute. And then as you drop it down, stretch over your head, side body stretch instead of reaching back this time, and bring it all the way down and just wiggle your tailbone for the other side. I'll face you this time for the left side to see if that helps, so you can see what I'm doing. Your left leg is now coming out. Outer blade of the foot presses down. You're completely, heel is in line with your right knee. As you inhale, you're doing a cat-cow, lifting the chest, dropping the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, curve it all in, round and curl. Inhale, lift up, open up. Exhale, round and curl. And again, lift up, open up, drop it all down. Belly button draws to spine on the exhale as you tuck the tailbone under. Then find that neutral spine. Peel the little toe as well as the big toe up towards you and just start pulsing here, back and forth. Really getting into the tightness, so drawing that right butt cheek to your right heel or even further back right. And imagine your left heel is drawing towards you to really activate and stretch all 3 hamstrings muscles. And then coming to a stationary position, you're then engaging the core, engaging that left glute as you hover the leg, bring it all the way behind you. You can stretch out this calf here with a few pulses with it on the floor. And then you bring the left foot slightly behind you, your right knee, your right foot swings directly behind, and you're doing a nice front body opener here. Shoulder directly above the wrist, protect your wrists. And just feel that lovely opening across your whole front body. Take a deep breath in. And let it all go as you bring it back down to the side. This is where you can do a glute strengthener, where your big toe is pointing forwards and you simply pulse it. But it's really important you're internally rotating, so your big toe is forwards, feeling it in that glute, and pulse for 10 or however many you feel you need. And then drop it down and stretch the whole side body, reaching over your head here. And then bring that hand back down to the mat and just give your tailbone a wiggle to neutralize your spine. Now you're going to come into a seated position with your feet out wide in front. This is one I did in Pilates, which is a really nice hip mobilizer. So you start by just doing simple knee drops either side. As you exhale, you drop your knees one side, keeping your chest square to the front. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the other way, really twisting at the waist, and the upper body stays still. So you're really getting into the hips. Do a few of these, and then for the next stage, you start to sit forwards more, and this time you're dropping it down and sitting up. So each time you're trying to ideally do it without hands, but obviously if you need to assist yourself, that's absolutely fine, because it's really slowly moving and not using the momentum, using the muscles and the glutes to lift yourself up. This is also a nice hip flexor stretch as you get to the top. And then for the next stage of this, you drop down, you'll come through and up, and then you bring your back foot forwards. So you step it through and give it a nice stretch here. And then you're going to reach up, so your right leg's forward. You're reaching up and grabbing your left wrist and lengthening as you inhale, and then folding over your right side, keeping your shoulders square to the front. Imagine your right heel is drawing back towards your hips, squaring your hips to the front, and then release it back and coming back through the way we came. First of all, you can fold over that leg. Just do a couple of inhale, open the chest. Exhale, roll back, peel over. Inhale, lift up, roll forwards. Exhale, peeling back, folding over that front leg, and remember this windscreen wiper of the foot. Pausing it on the external rotation out to the right to get the IT band, and just folding a bit deeper there. As you inhale, you're lengthening the spine. As you're exhaling, you're folding and softening. And then coming back forwards to where we were, we're now going to move out of this pose the way you came into it. which is stepping that leg back again, dropping down and going to the other side. I've got to shift around because of the camera. So you're back to center, your knees now drop to your right side. You lift up here, step the back foot forward, your left leg comes forwards, and just find a nice low lunge here. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and lengthen as you inhale and fold over the bent left leg, sideways, stretching the whole right body, breathing into those muscles between the ribs. Feeling the expansiveness and lovely stretch down the right side, the lats, the intercostal muscles. And then bring it back to center. Step it back through the way you came and sit back to center. From here, we're going to roll onto our backs and just find happy baby. Such a nice, simple hip opener. Squeezing those knees into the armpits and rock and rolling from right to left. You're holding the outside of the foot and the knees are hugging in as deep as you can to the armpits. Take some deep breaths here and sigh it out. And then you can try and come into stillness on your back and just straighten one leg. And then bend, and then the other. As much as you can, just find your edge. And then bend it in. Now squeezing your knees in, rock and roll, giving your spine a nice massage. And for a hip flexor strengthening, you're coming into boat pose. So this can be whatever version you want. You might want to support your legs, have them bent. Again, it's important, the most important thing is that your spine is long. Shoulders are wrapping, shoulder blades pressing together towards each other and into the spine. And if you press your feet or your ankles together, you'll feel the glutes activate as well. So take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, drop the feet down and just hug the shins and draw the back body back, giving yourself a nice stretch. And then from here, you're going to rock and roll again and come up into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. Bring your feet out really wide. And we're going to do a nice circular motion in down dog. I think you've done it before, where you're hovering your shoulders above your wrists as you inhale. And as you exhale, you drop your knees right down to a hover and then roll it all the way back. Inhale, high hover, engaging those fingers so your wrists are supported and not dumping down. Exhale, drop the knees down, engaging the core, and roll it all the way back. Trying to make sure your knees are pressing outwards. Inhale, hover. Exhale, rolling like a wave. Last one, bring it all the way through. And hovering it all the way back. Now bring your feet into a normal down dog. And walking, pedaling your feet, walking the down dog, but with your feet in first position. So heels towards one another, feet are facing out 45 degrees, and just feel that stretch down the IT band. Looking under the opposite armpit, the straight leg. Hands are pressing down and away from you. And your spine is long. Using the breath with the movement. And then coming into a normal down dog. Feet face 12 o'clock, hip width apart. A full body roll, tucking the tailbone under all the way through. And come into up dog. You can even flatten the feet, upper arm bones, pull back, shoulders open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forwards, coming through again into up dog. Lifting up, opening the chest. Exhale, tailbone lifts up and back, head hangs heavy. Downward facing dog. This time you're rolling all the way forwards, but stepping the right foot to the outside of your right hand for a wide lizard runner's lunge. Pause here, imagine your feet drawing towards one another, and lift that right arm to the sky. So your hips are still square, pelvis neutral, but you're twisting the thoracic spine, opening the right shoulder, and as you exhale, thread it through and under your left arm. Inhale, lift up, open up. Exhale, thread it through and under. Inhale, lift up, open up. Pause here. This time, exhale, swim it forwards to your front diagonal corner. Your right knee can even gently push out, so you're feeling even more of a hip opener. Inhale, swing it up and back. Exhale, swim it forwards, diagonally left. Feel that stretch across your right body as you press that right hand down. Inhale, swim it up. Exhale, release that hand down to the mat and step back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. This time, shake your head. Nod your head to make sure it's hanging heavy. And then this time, tucking the tailbone under, body roll all the way, left foot steps to the outside of the left hand. Lizard pose, left side. Inhale, lift that left arm to the sky, twisting, cleansing the organs. Exhale, thread it through and under the right arm. Inhale, lift up, open up. Feet drawing towards one another, not collapsing here in the legs. Back heel pressing back. Exhale, thread it through and under. Last one, reach up, lift up. Do as many as you want. You can pause the video. Then you reach forwards, diagonally right, swimming that arm forwards. Left knee can roll outwards. Inhale, swim back, open up. Exhale, reach forwards, sink down. Press that left hand down and breathe into the left side of the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, put the hand down to the mat and step it back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. On the exhale, bend your knees, looking forward. You're jumping into a wide squat, Malasana. So really engaging the fingertips, soft in the arms, and just swing the legs through so you end in a yogi squat here. You can gently press the knees open with your elbows, and you can rock from right to left to just ease open the hips. Just going very gently, and if this is too much, frog pose is a really nice alternative, whatever version works. From here in Malasana, you're going to inhale, just do a mini cat-cow. You open your chest, lift your heart space, and as you exhale, you're curling and rounding. Inhale, lift and open. Chest goes forward, exhale. Curve the back body, tuck the tailbone under. Come to neutral spine, and this time reaching forwards with your right hand diagonally and up to your left. Keeping your pelvis neutral. As you inhale, you lengthen. As you exhale, you just twist round, looking at your left fingertips. Bring it back to center. And go the other way. Left hand in front of left foot. Right arm reaches up and behind you diagonally. Feeling a nice twist in that thoracic spine. Opening the hips even further. As you inhale, create the length and space. As you exhale, you're twisting into that space. Back to center. Inhale, fresh energy. Exhale all the stuck, stale energy. And then from here, you can put your hands to the mat, slightly move your feet in, and just exhale into a forward fold. The wider the legs here, the more you'll be stretching your adductors, the groin muscles. The more narrow the stance, the more you'll get your hamstrings. So you can play with the length of this forward fold. Be soft in the knees, interlace the hands behind you, and then fold forward and just let your whole body hang heavy. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink and fold.